What's up, everyone? It's fight week. Here we are, just 5 days away from Gulf Coast Gloves 2, taking place on September 6th, this Saturday at the Biloxi Community Center, 591 Howard Avenue. Doors open at 5 p.m. and first fights at 6 p.m. We have a lot of action planned for you. 28 fights. It's going to be 5 hours of nonstop action. We keep them moving. We keep the fighting going on. We focus on the fights, and that's what we always highlight. So the action between the ropes is going to be a true event feel, a great atmosphere. All ages welcome. And we can't wait for you to experience it. We work very hard on it. So we've sold out of all of our ringside availability, front and second row, and all of our table availability, front and second row. And we have general admission seating still remaining. Around 30 to 40 of those left. If you've ever been at this venue, you know there's not a bad seat in the building. Balcony seating with the general admission seats. Unobstructed viewing, you see right over into the ring. It's phenomenal. So come on out for a great night of fighting, boxing, and pure entertainment and action. Very excited to go over some of these fights, but just wanted to touch base on the event details. Get in touch with us. We can take many forms of payments: Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, debit card link. We'll figure something out. Okay, we'll work with you. So, but yep, that's our ticket availability and what's going on currently. But very excited to get into this episode and highlight some of these matchups and finish off the fight. And here is that stellar fight card. First 21 fights have been revealed. We lost one fight. We had to scratch that from the card. So, but here's the first 21 fights, and we've had 2 replacement fights that are shown here. So we're going to go back to those, highlight those matchups quickly before we pick up on fight 22. But yeah, we've assigned red and blue corner, and we revealed the full fight card through our song video. If you watch that, it's pinned at the top of my page. Go give it a watch and a share, please. And our own theme song revealing the fight card. But yeah, so we're going to dive into fight number 5 first with John Robison and Chris Brown. All right, fight number 5 with Chris Shotgun Brown and John the Bodyguard Robison. Robison stepped up on a 1-week notice. He's solid as can be. Chris has 4 fights with us. Robison has 3 fights with us. So we kept this great heavyweight fight on the card. Chris lost his original opponent, willing to fight anybody. And Robison answered the call and stepped up. He's been waiting to get back in there. He last competed at our April event at Southern Hand Slugfest 15. So great to have him. John's a solid guy. He shows up to fight. He shows up to bang. So, but Chris will meet him halfway on that. So it was great to be able to salvage this fight and keep it on the card and keep it rolling. So this is now your 5th fight of the night taking place in the heavyweight division. Just moving up a few spots in our 7th fight taking place in the featherweight division. We have Tristan T-Rex Andorf versus Devin the Pitbull Blancett. So Andorf's been on the card all along. His opponent fell off, out of our control. We had to replace him. Andorf was willing to take on anyone. I sent him multiple names, and I think he chose the most experienced, challenging fight. Credit to Andorf for that. I love that about him. He was willing to go. Andorf has 2 fights with us overall at the promotion, and Blancett has 3 fights under the Southern Hand Slugfest banner. So this will be their Gulf Coast Gloves debut taking place in the featherweight division. This is exciting. Before we even made this matchup, they both specifically said each other's names to me in the past. So they wanted this fight, and they're taking it personally. So both guys want to get their hand raised. The card got upgraded making this match. So this is great to have in the 7th fight of the night. Our 22nd fight of the night. A lot of great action on this card, and this one adds a lot of depth and talent to it. These guys have really worked their way up the cards. It's great to announce this one. It was great to make this match. And it's one of the fights I'm most excited for on this fight card. I'm excited for all of them. So that really says something to the degree I'm looking forward to this. Big middleweight fight with a lot of implications. We have Mario Grim Reaper Lewis from Memphis, Tennessee versus Carson Stunna Clark from Pensacola, Florida. Both men are identical, 2-1 overall with the promotion. Lewis included in that. Mario is 1-0 in Gulf Coast Gloves. He got a good unanimous decision victory back in July. And Carson Clark is 2-1 as well with Southern Hand Slugfest, and he'll be making his Gulf Coast Gloves debut. So 2-1 fighters, middleweights. Lewis is ranked number 11 in his weight class, and Clark is ranked number 13 in his weight class. So the winner of this breaks well into the top 10 and propels himself to 3-1, bigger and bigger fights, and it's great to have him. Carson had a phenomenal knockout for us back in April. Injury, he was supposed to be on the July card originally, and injuries have just plagued him. So he's healed up. He had a hand injury. He's better than ever. He's training, And he's made some bold statements. He said, if you bought a ticket to come support him and watch him fight, and he loses this fight, he will reimburse you on that ticket. That's confidence you can't fake. He's putting his money where his mouth is. So come on out and watch this fight, the 22nd fight of the night. Mario is fully prepared. This young man's gotten better and better and better each and every time I've seen him. He got a good win. 6 minutes in the ring was huge for him. He went to a unanimous decision victory. So that was a lot of good ring time for him in front of a sold-out crowd. So, yeah, this is going to be very interesting. I like these two guys a lot. And, yeah, these are two guys who are serious contenders in the middleweight division. So matching them up is going to be a true collision course of talent and trajectory. So very much looking forward to this. This is your 22nd fight of the night in the middleweight division. In your 23rd fight of the night taking place in the featherweight division, two great guys. They have a lot of experience with the promotion. I love matching these two up. I've been thinking about these two names in the same sentence for a while now. We have Colt 45 Copswa from Poplarville, Mississippi versus Charles Pitbull Smith from Mobile, Alabama. Two guys who always bring it. They both started 0-1 in Gulf Coast clubs. They fought very stellar competition. Things didn't go their way. They didn't get their hands raised. And I don't think an ounce less of them. In fact, I think more of them, because 6 weeks later, here they are right back on the card, ready to get back in there and taking each other on. So Copswa is currently the number 7 ranked featherweight. He has 10 fights with the promotion. Smith is the number 11 ranked featherweight, and he has 12 fights with the promotion. They have fought stellar competition, multiple champions, and they've been in there with some of the best. They've really had their experience built up, and they're ready for these moments. So that's why they were so ready to step up. This is a high-level fight. I love this fight, and both men are looking to get right back into the win column. So I can't speak enough about these two guys. They are been some of the meat and potatoes of this promotion over this last year and a half. They've been very active with me, and it's phenomenal having them a part of it. So, these are the two guys that I very rarely say this, but if I'm only allowed to have 25 fights on a card, I'll break the rules for these two. If these two ever want to get on one of my cards, it'll be 26 fights that night. So these two are that exception. They have earned that. They'll stand across from anybody and give their absolute best every single time, the definition of a fighter. So I love having this fight. Very fun fight to make. And yeah, I look forward to this one. This will be your 23rd fight of the night in the featherweight division. Fight number 24 at Gulf Coast Gloves 2, taking place in the lightweight division, one of the biggest swing fights of the entire fight card. It's properly placed. It deserves to be one of the premier fights of this card, and it is just that. We have Austin Man of God Johnson from Tylertown, Mississippi versus John Fast Forward from Mobile, Alabama. Austin has 11 fights with the promotion, and Forward has 9 fights with the promotion. They both won by knockout back in July at Gulf Coast Gloves 1, so they've gotten off to a hot start. Johnson won by second-round knockout, and Forward won by first-round knockout. It made all the sense in the world to match them up. And Forward's the number 6 ranked lightweight currently. So breaking into that top 5 with the win here would be huge. He puts his name amongst some really big, credible names, Southern Hand Slugfest champions. And Johnson's ranked number 8, looking to do the same thing. So we got number 6 versus 8 right here, a top 10 showdown. Both guys said yes immediately to the fight. Very excited, very much looking forward to it. Two guys 1-0 at Gulf Coast Gloves. The best are fighting the best always here, and these two guys are prime examples of that. So two veterans with the promotion. They've been in there with stellar competition, and it's great to make this fight happen. They fought way back at Southern Hand Slugfest 10. This was a year and a half ago, May of 2024, with Forward winning that fight. So Johnson's got a little bit of revenge on his mind, and carrying a good chip on his shoulder, a good, healthy, competitive chip. So Forward is a great body puncher. He's very physically strong. He's physically strong, and he's he's got a lot of pop on his punches. So he's got a very sneaky style. I like a lot of things he does in there. So and he's gotten better and better. So two guys who bring it. Will not be a boring fight. You can stamp that statement, and it's great to have these two as the 24th fight taking place in a high-level lightweight division. And the 25th fight at Gulf Coast Gloves 2, taking place in the middleweight division. We have Joshua J.R. Washington from Mobile, Alabama versus Mr. Pandemonium, Zuri Polk from Defuniak Springs, Florida. Great fight to make. Polk made a statement at Gulf Coast Gloves 1. It was his debut with the promotion overall, and he won by vicious first round knockout. One of the best knockouts of the night. Changed his levels well. I love the straight to the body and the hook up top that he set his opponent up with. And he sat him down for the 10 count. He's got some real punching power. He's very serious, and he's fast tracking his way to the top of the division of the title. He's only 1-0 with one knockout with the promotion, but he wants to fight the best, and he's willing to clean up anybody in his way. And happy to answer his call is the veteran, the 18-fight veteran with the promotion, Joshua J.R. Washington. At Southern Hit Slick Fist 15, he was the middleweight champion, where he went 4-0 in one night. JR's near the top of the division. He's currently the number 3 ranked middleweight. He's extremely active. He wanted to be on that July card. Something didn't work out with his opponent. So these two names are up there, and this is a very, very high-level fight. We have some of the best fighters, pound for pound, in the entire fighter roster. I mean, I have nearly 300-something fighters signed up for this thing amongst the 5 weight classes, guys on the waiting list, guys that are waiting to return and all that. And when it comes to pound for pound, the middleweight division, the top of the middleweight division, those top 6, 7, 8 guys, I mean, they're some of the best fighters that's ever competed for me. But we have a little bit of inactivity issue right now. Some of those very talented fighters, they're not fighting. They're not competing. Life gets in the way, timing. I understand. But the division always moves on. It's got to move. We're going to be extremely active, and we're going to throw events every 6 to 7 weeks. So these are 2 guys who are going to continue to be active, and they're going to pass up the inactive names, and I want to get all these guys back. We slowly are. We have names on this card that fall under that category. Some middleweights I was really excited to get back going again are now on this fight card. So this division is just stout top to bottom. It's one of the weight classes I get the most excited about, but the guys have to be active. So that's what we're trying to do. We're bringing back all of our champions. They've signed up. We're getting them assigned to dates, matched up, what's going to happen, what's going to be the trajectory of the weight class and the division and all that. But so as of right now, these 2 are the ones taking fights, stepping up, saying yes, being available and showing up. And that puts them at the top of the heap. So the winner of this is going to be, they are a fight away from the title shot. So they are right up there and in line. And these are 2 guys who are just an arm's length away from becoming the first ever Gulf Coast Gloves middleweight boxing champion. So this is a high-level fight and a real title eliminator. So I'm looking forward to this. It is awesome to make this fight, and I am getting giddy just talking about this one. This will light it up. This will be your 25th fight and the 26th fight at Gulf Coast Gloves 2, taking place between 2 Southern Hand Slugfest boxing champions. Love these 2 guys, and it was awesome to make this fight. This is the highest level lightweight fight on this card. We have JT the Brick Thomas from Jacksonville, Florida versus Trayvon Juiceman Millage from Portland, Oregon. JT Thomas is 4-0 at the promotion. He's never lost. He was the Southern Hand Slugfest lightweight champion back at Event 8, but that was almost 2 years ago. He's been very inactive, ready to go. Couple little injuries and stuff like that he had to iron out, get the timing right, and here he is. He's returning. He's making a run at it. So he will square off against a true veteran. This will be Juice Man's 18th fight with the promotion, putting himself up there with some of the most reputable and active fighters that's ever competed for me. Juice Man fought at the last Gulf Coast Gloves. He lost a razor-close split decision to Ladrell Wright, a great rivalry fight. And, who knows? It could be in the cards for that to happen again. That was already their second time fighting. So we're going to make that fight happen someday, one way or the other. But in the meantime, he's got an animal in front of him, and Juice Man shies away from no one. This man's been willing to consistently take on anybody for 2 years straight with this promotion, and it doesn't stop here. That's why he's one of the best. He's got great wins. He's a champion himself. And these are the kind of fights he wants to be involved in, especially guys who truly have pro aspirations and they want to do that. You have to take amateur fights like this. Not silly, mean nothing amateur fights. You got to take fights like this against these kind of opponents under this kind of promotional banner and this kind of sold out event. And that's what Juice Man's doing. So it's going to be awesome. This is going to be a true display of skills, and I love it. It's going to be a high IQ fight. These 2 men love boxing, and they are all in. Juice Man's currently the number 5 ranked lightweight, and JT is the number 7 ranked lightweight. So we're going to find out. This is a very high level clash, and the winner's going to put him in position. He's going to be right back up in there in the top 3 or 4 fighters, and they're going to be keeping a close eye on the November 1st fight between Frank Bunkley and Ladrell Wright. So I love the top of this weight class. It's so stacked, filled with champions that have just earned it through their hard work and activity, and This fight was a real honor to be able to make this one. And 2 real fighters, and this is a real high level fight. I'm very much looking forward to the little exchanges and the little differences and how each responds to the traps the other one's going to set. And a real chess match with severe consequences. Both men do have knockout power. I've seen it firsthand. And I have been thinking about these two really since the first Gulf Coast Gloves. I've been getting JT, trying to get him up off the couch and active again. He is all in, man. Yeah, and Millage has been such a pillar. I mean, you think about, I think he sat out 1 event of my last 8 events. I mean, that's the definition of activity. So he's been very active, and he probably has one of the best resumes now overall. If you look at who he's fought and who he stood across from consistently, time and time again, and you take the names on his resume, it's top 5 all time that's ever fought for me. Juice Man's resume speaks for itself. So this will be your 26th fight, one of the premier fights on the card. And your co-main event taking place in the heavyweight division. We have Jake Feely from Picayune, Mississippi versus Davin, the Chosen One King from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Love having this fight made. Davin King is a Southern Hand Slugfest middleweight champion, and then he's moved up to heavyweight. He's 6-3 overall with the promotion. Back in April, he won by 30-second knockout in the first round. A devastating knockout win. He got over Caleb Walls, and he stands across against a big, strong heavyweight that's on a winning streak. Feely is 3-1 with us. Phenomenal movement. I love his feet. Good, crisp jab. He's gotten better and better, and you never have to worry about him showing up in shape. His work ethic and the sweat he puts into it is undeniable. So, this is a very high-level heavyweight fight. In fact, it's the title eliminator. The winner of this fight will be 1/2 of the first ever Gulf Coast Gloves heavyweight boxing championship. So we got a 3-1 and a 6-3 featherweight squaring off. The number 4 ranked heavyweight versus the number 6 ranked heavyweight, and they're going to propel themselves. A win like that, this on a stage like this, is going to be speak volumes to the kind of fighter they are. And whoever prevails in this one is really submitting themselves in a special category. So, and I've got some serious competition on the other side of this waiting on them to meet them in the title fight. So we're excited to announce that very soon. So these guys are ready for the challenge. They're real fighters. They're ready to go. And this is really co-main event worthy. It's great to have these two squaring off. And this is a real 50-50 fight. You know, if you're leaning too heavy one way, I wouldn't underestimate the other guy. That's all I got to say. You know, if you're a King guy and you really believe in him, don't sleep on Feely. And I tell you the exact same thing. If you've seen Feely recently and how he's looked and how he's won competition, I'd say don't forget about King and what he can do. And so, it's a real skills versus skills fight. It's great to make it. This is the co-main event of Gulf Coast Gloves 2. Here it is, Jake Feely and Davin King. And a no-brainer for the main event. We have the first ever Gulf Coast Gloves title fight in the featherweight division. Showtime Jay Marceau from Crowley, Louisiana versus Moses Sinister Clown Sanders from Panama City, Florida. Featherweight skills on display. The top 2 guys in the weight class. They've cleaned it out. They both already started 1-0 at Gulf Coast Gloves, winning back in July. Moses Sanders got a great win over Ryan Rugrat Williams, and Showtime Jay Marceau defeated Anton Ockman. So here we are. This is happening. This is this belt on the line, the champion's gloves, and the cash prize for these two. So can't think of 2 more deserving featherweights. Sanders is now the all-time GOAT of the promotion, a 3-time Southern Hand Slugfest champion, and looking to become the first ever Gulf Coast Gloves champion. So he's the GOAT of the promotion. He's the pound-for-pound king. He has the most wins in the promotion's history with 16. This will be his 20th fight overall, and Jay Marceau has 12 wins with the promotion. And He was the Southern Hand Slugfest 13 champion, where he went 4-0 in one night. So Jace fought them all and beat most of them. And here he goes again. He's getting his rematch on Moses Sanders. They fought in the semifinals of Southern Hand Slugfest 11. And Moses ended up winning the title that night. A good, close decision win for Moses. This is such a better format for these two to compete. Longer rounds, no headgear, and smaller gloves. We're doing a Gulf Coast glove style. So it's all on the line. The stage is set, and the best will fight the best. And here's another example of that. Championship fights, just a reminder, all the other fights are 3 rounds, 2 minutes each. Champion fights are 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. So just want to make note of that. So they're going to have plenty of time to download each other, get after it, and cap the night off with a memorable performance. So I can't say enough about these two guys and what they meant to the promotion. This will be Marceau's 18th fight with the promotion. They got a combined 38 fights with the promotion. Yeah, they've been very special. I'm very excited to see these guys, in these kind of moments that they just deserve to be in and deserve to be promoted as such. And yeah, this has been their landing spot up until this point, and I can't wait to get this one going. Both guys are taking it extremely seriously, and you don't have to worry about these two showing up. They show up every single time. So this is the Featherweight Boxing Championship for Gulf Coast Gloves, and your main event on September 6th at the Biloxi Community Center at Gulf Coast Gloves 2. All right, as you know, we are about to sell out of tickets, but that's okay. You can still watch the fights from your mobile device, okay? Any phone, you can screen mirror it to a TV. Join the Gold Club. We already have hundreds of members on the Gulf Coast Gloves Gold Club. It's a private YouTube channel. $20 gets you 6-month access. And as active as we're going to be, that's 3 or 4 events. $6 gets you an entire year, 12 months. You get all of our past events. There's over 600 fights already on the Gold Club right now. Behind the scene footage, interviews, extra podcasts, different camera angles, individual fights, entire event videos that are uncut and raw all the way through. You get all the fights all the time. So whenever you sign up for the Gulf Coast Club, Gold Club, whenever you sign up for it, the very next day after an event, that's Sunday, you're going to get the entire event. You're going to get it HD, full on, uncut, 5 hours of continuous action each and every time. Okay, that's going to include all future events as long as your membership is valid. So yeah, it's so worth it. There's so many things we're putting on there, and the activity level of how many events we're throwing. You're talking about $20 for 6 months. So just get the Gold Club. It's how you can support the promotion between events. Watch your favorite fighter. Not everybody can make the events. People have obligations, work schedules, and so many things. Life, just life. So this is a great way to still be able to watch the fights in all of their glory and experience it. So we have a lot of great different camera angles we've experimented with and gotten better and better at it. So sign up for the Gold Club. We have the link. We email you the event video right after. And then subsequently after that, throughout the week, after an event, we upload individual fights as well from different camera angles. So it's there for the taking, but we do not live stream our events. This is how you can watch the fights from your phone. Please consider getting it. It's worth it. All right, just touching base on this ticket availability one more time. We are completely sold out of ring sides, front and second row. We're completely sold out of tables, front and second row. We were able to add a couple of extra tables. So we are tapped out. We made some adjustments on our floor plan to maximize efficiency. And we're down to general admission tickets. We have around 30 to 35 of those. Yeah, so they're $35 each, and we're about to do a price increase of $40 each. So get them now. We're going to sell out. We're going to be announcing it any day now. Balcony seating, unobstructed viewing, the best general admission section of any other venue we've ever thrown fights at. Get them now. You can pay through Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, Square, with our debit card link and encrypted link. So yeah, first fights at 6 p.m. We're going to start. We're going to have around 5 hours of nonstop action. It's going to be a phenomenal night. You will not forget. It's going to have that big event atmosphere, and you're going to be able to say you were there. So be there and see it. Don't just hear about it. So we're very excited to have done this. This has been one of the biggest challenges for me and my wife over the last 4 years, selling out back-to-back events with a 6-week gap in the same city. So that's saying something. I'm talking like not a seat left in the building. So yeah, we're getting there. We're plugging away at it. We work at it each and every day. We can't thank you all enough. Our sponsors, top to bottom, the people who have been with us, help us behind the scenes, our team on fight night, people that are just willing to do anything to help and step up. And it's really a community. It's so far. I know y'all hear me talking and stuff like that, but it's so far. I'm nothing without this team behind me. And that's what it takes. It takes that community. It takes these fighters, fans, supporters, sponsors, connections, meeting new people at every event, stuff like that. But I'm so excited for this fighter roster. This one's really got a theme behind it. As far as the amount of debuts we left on it, are a lot of guys who came up short in Southern Hand Slugfest tournaments, and guys who really wanted to fight at the July card, and I didn't have enough room for them, and we had to push them back to September, so they're feeling a little extra spicy and chippy. This is going to turn into a phenomenal night of action. 28 fights on the night, our first ever title fight, all 5 weight classes represented. It's going to be, back and forth all night long. So please get your tickets. We're about to run out. We're 4 days from fight night. And just trust me on this. We have never let y'all down. We ain't going to start at Gulf Coast Clubs too. So we have some events coming up as well right after this. November 1st, we're going to have Gulf Coast Clubs 3, and December 13th to close out the year, we have Gulf Coast Clubs 4, and we're going to head into 2026. We have so many fun announcements, new venues, new cities, new locations, all kinds of stuff. The ever-growing fighter roster, it just keeps going more and more. So, we're going to use the fighters who are, they're all in. They want to do this. They want to stay active. They want to get great experience. They're going to have a first-class experience every single time they compete for us. They know that. That's why we have such fighter retention like we do, and fan retention, because, the entertainment value we're going to put out there every single time. We take it very personally, your experience on fight night. So if you were at the July event, you know what I'm talking about. If you went to our Southern Hand Slugfest events, you know what I'm talking about. So best bang for your buck. It's not even close. Best bang for your buck. So come out to Gulf Coast Gloves 2, September 6th, Biloxi Community Center, 591 Howard Avenue. It's just right there on the south side, just under a mile from the beach. Come down. We have a great night of action, boxing and fighting all night long. Come and see what all the hype's about. It's a lot more than hype. We really back it up with substance, the type of fighters we bring in, and what we expect out of ourselves at these events and the kind of experience we want you to have. So, we're counting down the days. This is very exciting times for us. We're very active. This is the quickest turnaround ever for us between 2 events. So, it has just been full time. It's required that. That's what it takes. You got to go to the depths of busy like you never knew before. And that's what we've accepted and known and grown into and thrived in and learned how to navigate. So that's where we're at with it. And we thank you so much for our support. This is really a dream come true for us, and something we've talked about and envisioned for years and years. So you all are making that come true. We're going to continue to entertain you and put out the best fights possible. And Gulf Coast Gloves, the pinnacle of amateur fighting, here we are. We have arrived. We are taking off. Get on the bus now, because if you don't know, we are going to take this thing as far as God allows us to. So, but get your tickets now. We're very excited. We're very motivated, and we'll see you all on Fight Night. God bless. Onward and upward.